Zsolt, hello, welcome.
Hi, Alexander. Good morning. Welcome, everyone.
Yes, thank you so much for having you. We have been with you and cooperating with you for the last years, and always you bring some exciting news about information security and so on. Can you tell us just a little bit about your company and what do you do before we start?
Yeah, SOFTLINE is in the IT industry for more than 25 years. We are working globally. We are in presence in more than 50 countries altogether. We are focusing on the Eastern European region also in the couple nearly 5 years. And I guess since then we are also taking part on the INFOSEK conference in Nova Gorica in every year. We are really happy to take part in it and be part of that of this event as well. Our company focusing on unique software solution as well. Of course, out of the box licenses and solutions and the implementations, it's part of it. The support and the services, it's also a great pillar for our company. And of course, the cybersecurity solution, which we can see that the increase of the need for cybersecurity, especially in the last couple months, is due to some pandemic situation. We had a lot of new cases and we have new challenges in that period.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for this. Let's start with some questions, and then maybe we will also ask the audience if they have any questions. We
Sure.
are grateful that you are again with us and that you will be in the end of September and the beginning of October with us in Nova Gorica. But I want to talk about the real balance between security and user experience. Is it really possible to have this balance, and are those things separated, or are possible to be in some kind of balance?
Yeah, that's a great question. Our approach every time is that yes, we would like to implement a security solution where we would find the best balance between the security and the end user experience. On the both sides, it's really important for the IT, important for the company to save the data for every organization. And of course, depending on the unique preference of the customer, in every cases, in every companies, we need to find the we need to consider the best solutions and the possible solution which can be implemented, and what's the way how we are able to optimize this situation.
You talked a little bit about before that you have some new incidents, what kind of incidents can you share with us in these coronavirus times are most frequent?
Yes. What we've seen here that unfortunately these attackers try to use the human naivety, I can say, and most of the time, what we are facing in the last couple years, almost, it's not the just viruses or antiviruses what we need, but they want to steal the identity. So they want to steal the username and the passwords as well, and they really want to get direct access to the company data and all the stuff what they can reach and all the stuff what they can achieve. So it's really something which is like a trend, I can say, in the cybersecurity era. And that's why we need to build up our security from the ground up, actually.
We have a question from the audience, but let me just ask
Okay.
you before we go with the audience questions as well. I wanted you to give us an example. Do you have like a specific example there that you improve user experience, but you are still secure, so that even though there's a good user experience, the security level is still high enough?
Yeah, so I think the easiest to understand example is the multi-factor authentication, because the people and the end users already using it on other areas, just like internet banking when they want when we talk about safe banking. So with the right configuration with the multi-factor authentication, we can really achieve a good level of security. We can avoid a lot of attacks as well at the same time. And for the good configuration, we are not uh, we are try to make the user experience on the highest level. For example, we set up that in the office, when you are physical in your office, in your headquarter environment, we are not requesting the multi-factor authentication. But when you are working from home or when you are working from a coffee shop, if they are open, of course, we are requesting, for example, multi-factor authentication. But in this multi-factor authentication, we are also accepting any biometric authentication as well to make it more simple and more end user friendly as well.
Our audience is asking about if you factor in privacy as well. So you're talking about user experience, you're talking about security. What about privacy? Is privacy part of your services or?
Yes, absolutely. So all of these security solutions, we take consideration, of course, the privacy itself. Everything has been logged. Everything is auditable. So technically, of course, the highest level of administrator have access to these logs and to some privacy data as well. But when we talk about the passwords, when we talk about the multi-factor authentication, they're just able to turn it on or turn it off. Of course, they are not able to see actually like the password itself. So yeah, privacy is important. And when they really need, because of some investigation, to get those data, only with this investigation they can access the data. And every time, even when the highest privileged user access those data, we have logged about it.
Actually, the topic comes up again and again. Who is controlling the administrators? Who is controlling the security manager? So we've been in the discussion. This is an open topic today throughout our day. Let's touch also the issue of complexity. Is this a complicated project that you're talking about, or can anyone make these settings in their environment? Because people are afraid of security. Because they are afraid of complexity or that is hard to implement.
Yeah, when I talk about the multi-factor authentication, this only one settings can be done in just a few simple clicks, basically. The basic default setup, of course. And many companies start to implement this multi-factor authentication. However, unfortunately, what we see in here, that they just implement with the basic setup and they are not customized a little bit, both from the security side and the user experience side. So when they are not planning what they really want to use this solution for, that's where the problems starting, and they say, well, we had MFA, but someone already got access to it. Yes, because you didn't make secure all your resources with the MFA, for example. You don't make any extra settings. So the basic settings is easy, but every time you need to like create a strategy or think about what you want to reach, what you would like to achieve, and based on that, you need to set up this stuff.
Wonderful. Wonderful. And I'm happy that we will answer any more questions if there are from the audience. But let me ask you first. There's another question from the audience. How many of your existing customers use your service proactively, or just after an incident already happened?
Okay, let's be really honest here. Unfortunately, proactively, not too many users are starting before using these security solutions. Everything else was more important, especially for small and mid-sized businesses. But with the pandemic situation, really not just the digital transformation started at a lot of company, but they start to think about security because they feel that more and more people are working outside of their perimeters, so they need more security. And when we highlight the customers every time when we already have some connection, we already do some technical implementation in other areas, that guys, do you think about security? Or especially cloud security, how did you achieve it? What's the situation now in your company? And they say that, okay, maybe we should think about it. Like 3-4 years ago, it was really like a niche to implement complex security solutions. Nowadays, more and more customers find us that they would like to start with this security solution, but they don't know how to start with this full security strategy.
Wonderful. The second question is how you can motivate C-level to be proactive.
Yeah, C-level, it's always an interesting part of the companies, especially the different department C-levels has different needs and different focuses. I can proudly say that we have a unique adoption and change management program solution where we are talking face-to-face with C-level people as well. And in these situations, we are showing them, we are demoing your solution, which can be interested for C-level. Of course, one is the price and the other is the feature, what they can as an end user experience and what would be the benefit for them.
Before we wrap up, I would like you to give our very best regards to Katalin, and I hope to see you both in Nova Gorica. And we are grateful and proud to be here. Can you just, like your final thoughts, tell a little bit about what are you going to say in Nova Gorica? So what is your presentation about?
Yeah, so of course, the security and the remote work, how you are able to do the stuff and how you are able to balance between the user experience and the highest level of security, it will be the main focus. I will also share some insight that the need to access the corporate data from your own devices, whether it's a mobile phone, tablet, or anything else, it's urgently increasing. And we have a solution where we are able to protect your data. You can avoid data leakage against these stuff, even on unmanaged devices. And I will show you with some real examples how you are able to do that to get your data rest on an unmanaged device without harming the end user experience also. So I guess it would be really interesting.
Wow! It looks so interesting. So we look forward to see you and to hear from you soon. I see Katalin there in the comments, so in the chat. So thank you for both of you. Thank you both of you to be again with us, and we wish you that you stay healthy as well, and all the best to Hungary and to your company, to your team.
Yeah, same to you, Alexander. Thank you so much for your time.
All the best. Bye-bye.